Tonight on a spectacular Monday at Fenway, the Red Sox have come home for a 7-game stay. The Oakland A's up first as the Sox face Sean No-Hit Manaea in Game 1. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight, everybody. Welcome back to Fenway Park. I'm Dave O'Brien alongside Johnny Gomes and also Jemai Webster in just a couple of moments. Johnny, great to see you. That's a fascinating garment you're wearing.
Joseph Abboud.
Yes, very well done there.
Yeah,
and
buddy.
You talk about pitching matchups, and, you know, Manaea tonight, but the Red Sox, when you break it down, have a big-time advantage in this series.
If you're to go on just the win-loss column, the Red Sox come in with 3 pitchers, 1 loss. The Oakland A's, 13 losses hung on them. So it's a game of adjustments. We'll see what happens, and there they are.
Well, Rick Porcello going tonight, 5-0 with a 279 earned run average. Eduardo Rodriguez is coming off a tremendous performance against the Yankees that was shortened by rain, but he was hitting 97 on the corners. Then, of course, Chris Sale on Wednesday.
Yeah, coming off a lefty, so we're going to go righty and 2 straight lefties right there. ERA a little high in the middle. We'll see if that can come down a little bit. Rick Porcello, Sale, low 2s, mid 2s. Good start.
And, you know, Manaea was tremendous, no question about that, at Oakland. But in the past, he has had his issues with the Red Sox at Fenway Park. He certainly did have the night of his life in Oakland, didn't he? He struck out 10 unhittable stuff in tossing the no-hitter. How will the rematch go back at Fenway? Red Sox A's coming up. For deals, buyatoyota.com. By Dunkin' Donuts, America runs on Dunkin'. Lexus and the Lexus Strikes Out Hunger program. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. By your local New England Ford dealers. And by Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you? What a night for a ball game. A wonderful return weather-wise for the Boston Red Sox taking on the Oakland A's. Time to go down to the diamond, and Jemai Webster for a roster move today. Hey, Jemai.
Hey, how's it going, OB? That's absolutely right. The roster move involved Stephen Wright. Red Sox manager Alex Cora says when he's good, he's good. It's happy to have him back because he started the season on the 10-day disabled list with a left knee surgery, and then he served a 15-game suspension with a domestic violence. Now Wright is back, hoping to contribute to this club, and the knuckleballer says he's ready to be unleashed. It's
almost over 2 years, man, ever since I dove back into that bag, man. So now it's nice to, get out there, and I think it's just going to get better and better because every time I've gone out there over the past couple of weeks, it feels better and more healthy and more strong and more, trusting of my knee and just ready to go.
I mean, when you spoke about that moment, when you look about it and think back how long it's been,
does it make the journey that much more sweeter now that you're here?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a long journey. I mean, it was something that you never think of, you know, when you're having the year that I had in 16, and then all of a sudden it just changed with one play. And so, you know, now that I'm able to be healthy and, you know, use that time to my advantage as far as getting the rest of my body healthy as the knee kind of came along. And so now I'm just eager to get out there and just do everything I can to help the team win.
And Wright says he's basically going to come in, hopefully not screw things up. He said it was hard and exciting to watch this club because they've been so good over the first part of the season. He is available tonight. He will be coming out of the bullpen. It's Rick Porcello on the hill making the start. He's 5-0, looking to go 6-0, opposed by Sean Manaea, who last time out no-hit the Red Sox when they faced him in April. It's Red Sox baseball on NESN. Dave O'Brien, Johnny Gomes on the call when we come back.
The official batting glove of the Red Sox in Major League Baseball. The all-new Subaru Ascent featuring all-wheel drive and 3 rows of seats. Love is now bigger than ever this spring. Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. And by Lexus and the Lexus Strikes Out Hunger program. Sox and the A's, the first of 3. With Rick Porcello on the bump tonight, coming in with a 5-0 record at .279 earned run average. The A's just dropped 2 out of 3 at Yankee Stadium to begin a 3-city 10-game road trip. So much like the Red Sox trip that just ended, the Sox went 6-4 to maintain their share of first place with the Yankees, who are idle tonight. And will play the Washington Nationals. That'll be a big series. And it should be a fun series to keep track of as well. You know, that'll start tomorrow. The Yankees are going to run into some serious pitching in that series, but the Red Sox have eyes on the Oakland A's and also on this homestand. Red Sox will take on the Baltimore Orioles. Now, Thursday on your schedule, it may look like an open date, but that is going to be the makeup of a rainout with the Orioles. It's actually a 4-game series all through the weekend before the Red Sox hit the road again for 3 and then right back to Fenway Park. So lots of home games coming up the rest of the month of May as Rick Porcello leads the Red Sox out. Time now for a look at the A's lineup tonight. Marcus Semien will lead things off. He's at shortstop. Matt Joyce is in left. Jed Lowry's had a great year, hitting .340. He's at second base. Chris Davis, the designated hitter, always a home run threat. Matt Olson at first. Matt Chapman is at third. Mark Canha in right field. Jonathan Lucroy does the catching. And Dustin Fowler's in center field and hitting ninth against Rick Porcello, who did not face the A's in Oakland when the Sox were there in April. He's coming off a rough one by his standards in New York in his last outing, and no decision. He gave up 8 hits and 5 earned runs.
Behind Rick Porcello, Red Sox defense brought to you by Southwest Airlines. From third base, Devers. Bogey, of course, at short. Nunez playing second. Hanley Ramirez holding down first base. The outfield right there, J.D. Martinez right in front of the green monster. Benny in center. Mookie Betts with 2 gold gloves in right. And there's the battery. Rick Porcello throwing to Sandy Leon.
Umpires tonight are brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Ben May has the plate. Mark Wegner at first, John Tumpain at second, and Jim Reynolds at third. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP presented by Toyota. Visit Compra2Toyota.com to see Toyota deals not seen on TV. The weather's just lovely tonight. 72 degrees, mostly clear, no threat of rain, just a bit of a breeze out to left at about 10 miles per hour. Great to be home.
Little breeze out to left. We'll see if that comes into play.
Rick Porcello 6-5 in his career against Oakland with a 3.76 ERA. A lot of experience against them with 13 starts. And facing a guy tonight who has a no-hitter against the Red Sox this year. We'll see what this evening brings as far as Red Sox adjustments.
That's it right there. A game of adjustments. Who can make more of them and who can make them faster?
So Marcus Semien to lead things off, and still filing in. And the first pitch. We are underway. Semien, a 275 hitter, 3 home runs. Never had a hit against Porcello. Did a great job with that sinker. That's a strike. And a good early sign there if he's getting that much on the corner.
Yeah, we'll take it. Going right after the guy. 1-2 count right out of the gate.
Porcello and Sandy Leon have been in sync. Here's the 1-2. They've had some very, very good pairings so far this season. And Alex Cora says, I'm not fond of the personal catcher idea, but when it's working out the way this is, we stick with it.
Yeah, you want to stick with it, and I think that's what that is for, is later on in the season, down in October.
Popped up. Sandy heading for the netting. Backs up now, and he's got it. And that means Semien is now 0 for 13 against Porcello. So fast out will send up Matt Joyce, the left fielder. Oakland coming in at 19 wins, 21 losses. That is 4th best in the AL West, 6 behind Houston. And they have played, I think to some people's surprise, better than anticipated.
Yeah, they sure have. And Anaheim Angels, of course. I mean, good ball club, but they've kind of been struggling the past couple of years in the beginning. They're making a push.
I thought they might have a chance to be pretty good. Red Sox did not see Ohtani at his best. He's been much better since the Red Sox knocked them all over the place.
Yeah, wow. I think he was rookie of the month. He's got some hits, but not on the Red Sox clocks by no means.
A 1 breaking ball will be low. Joyce hitting just a .190 with 3 home runs.
You saw the third pitch to Semien too. Rick shook 3 times to get to that curveball, and then again threw it before this pitch. Might have a good feel for that curveball. And that right there is a circle change. You'll see that obviously to lefties majority of the time, but the righty-righty changeup is coming into play.
Came back with a heater at 92. Jed Lowry on deck. Former Red Sox, who's having quite a season. Overshift on the right, and that'll dip downstairs. 2-2. Porcello against the Yankees did walk 3 men in a 9-6 loss. Never had a great feel, really, for the first time this season.
And those 3 right there, it's about half of his season total. Coming in just 8 walks.
Right past Joyce. He fans him. 2 up and 2 down.
He's going with the speed him up, slow him down game. He went to the changeup, and what's he do right after the changeup? He speeds him up. A little arm side run right there on the outer half. Great pitch. This is what it looks like coming right at you. Matt Joyce not on time.
Jed Lowry at .340 with 9 homers, 36 runs batted in.
And Jed Lowry, like we're saying, having an outstanding season. And look at this. You probably wouldn't think in the offseason putting him in the same category as Mookie Betts, but he's definitely giving a run for his money right there. If you were to pick AL MVPs, those 2 are definitely in it. And there's that curveball again.
Lowry set an A's record for hits in the month of April with 35. Broke his own mark of 34 in 2013. He's gotten off to hot starts before. I think that's the cautionary note. No doubt he is swinging a great bat. Count 1 and 2.
Yeah, he sure is. But there's definitely some separation. Jed Lowry and Mookie Betts, of course. What Mookie's definitely bringing is that Gold Glove in the outfield. Jed just kind of holds tight right there at second base.
That's one of several, I would say, were confidently or differences between Lowry and Betts in terms of all the things they can do.
And maybe if we want to bring our scouting eye into it, we can go speed, arm, power. Yeah, a lot.
And Mookie considerably younger. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Nope, not to be made as time is granted. Chris Davis on deck. Big power there. A lot of strikeouts as well. 1-2. Lowry, in fact, tied with Davis for the major league lead in go-ahead RBIs, so he's got 11 of those.
And you see here the overshift, of course. 3 defensive infielders on the right side, 1 on the left. Dead pole guy.
That gets inside the Red Sox dugout, sends them scurrying. Now the manager coming up with the baseball. Who wants it? Alex Cora.
Did have some good hands in his day.
He did. 2-2. He's filled up the count on Lowry. Jed 3 for 5 lifetime against Porcello. Right-hander trying to make it a 1-2-3 start. And a pesky at bat by Lowry.
And went with a 3-2 changeup right there. Jed Lowry getting pitched like he's dangerous these days.
8 of his 9 home runs have come against right-handed pitching. 9 home runs. Here's the 3-2. And fouled away at the plate to hang in there. So a breaking ball in on the hands.
Change up, backed it with a slider. Both of them strikes. It's all out of pitches right here with 3 balls. A little battle early on in the game with a great hitter and a great pitcher.
Yeah, here comes the 10th pitch of the at bat. Nobody on, 2 down. And a 3-2. Fouled away again.
This is good separation right here of Rick Porcello 2018 versus 2017. The big difference that's happening right now is walks. I don't think this at bat would have lasted this long back in 2017. He probably would have ended up giving him a free pass to be able to stay in the zone this long with all 3 of his pitches. Good command.
And a high pop up into left field. Martinez out there tonight underneath. And Porcello gets his man and gets them 1-2-3. in a suite. David taking in the ball game on this beautiful Monday evening as Mookie Betts will lead it off. No score after a half inning. Gonna go say hi to your former teammate there?
Might have to check in. Might have to check in with the big guy.
My bet is he may find his way to the booth, say hi to you. As Mookie takes a strike against the left-hander Sean Manaea, 4-4, a 2.11 ERA, and since no hitting the Red Sox April 21st, he's gone 1-2. And lately he's just been so-so. Did he offer? No. Mark Wegner says no swing. 6 days after the no-no, he pitched an outstanding game against Houston at Houston. 7 innings to get the win. He allowed only 4 hits. So immediately he kept it rolling. Up the middle. Stopped by Lowry. Throws on to get him. Good stretch there by Olsen for out number 1. Red Sox lineup is brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. And after Mookie Betts, Andrew Benintendi, and then Hanley Ramirez at first base. JD Martinez in left, Xander Bogaerts at short, Eduardo Nunez at second base. Blake Swihart is the designated hitter. Rafael Devers at third, and Sandy Leon does the catching. And Benintendi goes up the middle. Again, it's Lowry. Again, fires a nearly an identical play. As far as Lowry and Olsen are concerned, 2 up, 2 down.
Yeah, let's take a look at the Athletics defense right behind him. Matt Chapman, third base. Marcus Semien, shortstop. Jed Lowry, second base. Matt Olsen, 2 Matts in the infield. In the outfield, Matt Joyce, another Matt. Flowers, the new guy, center field. And Canna in right field. And the battery right there, Manaea throwing to Lucroy.
Well, Hanley Ramirez will dig in. 5 pitches, 2 out from Manaea. Hanley 286, 6 home runs. One thing you know you're going to get from this left-hander is a lot of strikes. He doesn't walk many, much like Rick Porcello. Our key matchup presented by Sullivan Tire and Complete Auto Service. We're always here to get you there. So 2 home runs for Hanley against this lefty. And a trickler foul.
Ooh, that might be what they needed right there. Just get that hit out of the way. Soon, soon, soon.
Bob Melvin, the skipper.
Here's that pitch. Almost 3 in a row. Identical location. Down and out, down and out. 2 changeups and a fastball.
His changeup was obviously outstanding on April 21 against lefties and righties. He threw a ton of them in that one.
Yeah, he sure did. Kept them off balance well. Red Sox going into that series scorching hot coming out of Anaheim.
He tossed the 7th no-hitter in A's history with 10 Ks. Swinging bunt out from behind there. Lucroy spins and fires on to get him. Red Sox go in order. Partnership with Nesson and the Greater Boston Food Bank. You can visit your Boston area Lexus dealer from now through the end of June and donate non-perishable food items. For more information, visit nesson.com/Lexus. Well, quick starts for both starters tonight. 1-2-3 first innings. Here comes Chris Davis, the DH for Oakland. 210 with 11 home runs and now a base hit into left. And he beat the Red Sox with a 3-run homer in Oakland.
Yeah, David Price was pitching really well. Came in, tried to sneak that 0-0 fastball late. Changed the score, all three.
So the A's have the first hit tonight. Here's the first baseman, Matt Olson. 227, 4 home runs. They've got Mark Canha in right field tonight, the A's do. And the A's everyday right fielder, currently on bereavement leave, is Stephen Piscotty. Remember when the Sox were in Oakland, we told the story of Piscotty being traded from St. Louis to Oakland partly so he could be with his ailing mother, Gretchen, who was battling Lou Gehrig's disease and was coming to the ballpark in a wheelchair and on oxygen to see her son play virtually every day. Sadly, Gretchen passed away shortly after that series. And so Stephen is not with the A's, remaining with his family.
He did come back after that and played a game and got a standing ovation from the Coliseum, and I can only imagine how emotional that was for him, and snuck in a knock his first at bat. Pretty cool.
Got a base hit. He said, "My mom was with me." Time granted to Olson. Chapman on deck.
The Oakland Athletics, really station to station ball club. That being not a lot of hit and runs, not a lot of bunts. Coming in with just 7 stolen bases as a ball club. That being real light itself. On top of that, have been caught 7 times. So coming in at a 50% clip. Not that good. Don't really have to worry about the run game too much with Oakland.
Yeah, they are the essence of station to station. You're absolutely right.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, they got 7 as a ball club. You got Benintendi and Betts have 7 each.
2-1 past him.
Between those 2 guys for the Red Sox, they double the season total for the Oakland Athletics.
It's been a while for Rick Porcello as far as facing the A's. You have to go back to 2016 when he went 2-0. Runner at first, 2-2. Down he goes, hacking. Second K in the book for Rick Porcello.
Good job. Chose to go with the gas right there. Slowed him down with the changeup. Going right back with the fastball up and out. See that little 2-seam grip right there, and it's going to run to his arm side. Fading away. Good pitch.
One down for Matt Chapman, the third baseman. 221 with 7 home runs, and you see that a lot in the A's batting order outside of Lowry, who's hitting for a very high batting average. Low clips, but decent home run totals.
That's it. That's station to station. Walk, walk, hit, 3-run homer.
Chapman did hit a home run in the Yankees series, going 2 for 10. But is an outstanding defensive third baseman. He's going to be in the running for the Gold Glove.
Yeah, he sure is. And a couple years later, but this is the replacement for Josh Donaldson, who came up with Oakland Athletics and then, of course, traded to the Toronto Blue Jays. This is their replacement.
Davis leading at first base, and it drops in for a strike.
Fell behind 2-0, gets back in the count right there, 2-1.
Porcello, in fact, currently holds a 4-game winning streak against the Athletics. Over 5 starts, a 2.70 ERA. Of course, many different lineups.
Many.
because of all the changes that the A's make on an annual basis.
Yeah, Bob Melvin over there, for the time that he's been there, he's said goodbye to a lot of his players.
He's a good manager too.
Oh boy, one of the best.
Hard hit behind the bag, knocked down. Devers, it rolls into left. He has no play now. And on a hit by Chapman, everybody's going to be safe. First and second for the A's.
Yeah, that's third base on third base crime right there. Chapman hitting it to his co-partner Devers right there. Knocks it down, doing a good job. That goes all the way to the wall. Might possibly see a double and have Chris Davis score. So if you can't make the play, good job just knocking it down, staying with it.
So a little trouble brewing here for Rick Porcello. Brings up Mark Canha, 283, 6 home runs. He hit a home run at Yankee Stadium. Goes after the first. That one really downstairs, and a swing and a miss for strike one.
Yeah, possibly a little over aggressive right there, but Porcello doing a good job of pounding the zone, so why not swing early? Reading the scouting report, goes ahead and throws one down and in for the double play with one out. That down and on would be a rollover right to Devers, setting up that double play ball.
And Porcello wanted that one. 1 ball and 1 strike on Canha. Davis at second, Chapman on at first, and time granted.
Yeah, time by Sandy Leon right there. Want to make sure they're on the same page. Possibly last year, maybe a mound visit. This year, with the mound visits limited to 6. Call time, step off, regroup.
I think that's a new rule that's worked as the count goes to 2-1. Would you agree?
I would agree. I would agree.
When hip and knee pain force you to sit out, make sure you visit the joint replacement experts at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center. Visit bidmc.org. Yeah, the 6 visits per side has not been an issue. And he will step out again, and Porcello and Leon trying to sync up. Lucroy on deck.
They're trying to sync up. Obviously, those 2 pitches pounded inside. Third also inside. Maybe looking for another look. Going 4 pitches to the same location would be tough. So outside right there.
Sinker down low, and again it missed, and the count goes to 3-1.
Yeah, 3-1. Runner in scoring position at second. 1 out. Action pitch right here. Don't want to lose him and load him up. You are a double play away, and you see him throwing those sinker ballers, which is going to run down and into a righty to create a rollover.
Bogaerts and Nunez up the middle of 3-1, and a high pop foul out of play. So Sox are home for 7, including Thursday, which was originally going to be an off day, and then the Red Sox go to Tampa Bay for 3, and then back home against Atlanta and Toronto.
Little interleague.
Braves have played pretty well.
Familiar face over there now. Jose Bautista.
Yep.
Picked up.
They have a 1-game lead in the NL East. High fly ball. Betts driven back a bit. Mookie underneath and circling. He's got it. Davis will tag. He will advance second and third, but now with 2 down. And that'll bring up Lucroy, hitting .295 without a home run. So Porcello's given up 2 hits in the inning, trying to get out of it unscathed.
Yeah, that's just it. First and third. You got outs at first and second. Lucroy hitting at the bottom of the lineup. But he does have a resume. Did put up some numbers. Colorado, Milwaukee, salty vet.
And lately he's been a hot hitter. He's been one of their best, hitting .339 his last 17 games. So Porcello has to be careful right here with men on at first and third. Scoreless in the second inning.
Staying with that sinker right there, trying to sneak one in just like he did on the previous at-bat.
Two down and the 1-0. In there for a strike. 82-mile-an-hour change.
Yeah, and there's that righty-righty change. You're starting to see more of it. So you see the circle change. You see that grip. The circle is that index finger and thumb going together, and it's fading inside. A couple years ago, that was frowned upon for a ball off from a righty to a righty going inside. But you're seeing more and more of it.
Is a routine ground ball, friendly hop, and that's going to be out number 3. Despite the 2 hits, no damage against Porcello.
Against the Red Sox, really keeping them off balance. How do you keep them off balance? Watch this. Fastball, fastball, coming in again. Slider, slider. See these grouping. It's 2, 3, slider, and then here comes the changeup. So he establishes fastball, goes to his slider, goes to his changeup, and the last 3 is a mix of changeup, slider, fastball.
JD Martinez going after the first pitch and rips it up the middle. It nearly took Manaea with it. No shock there that he'd go after the first one. He hits it hard for a base hit. And so the Red Sox have their first hit against him in the second inning.
Yeah, pretty good job. Not really historic, but man, we needed that hit right there. 0-0 fastball. He's known for it. Jams it right up the middle on the board.
JD with his 10th home run, 3 RBIs yesterday in the victory against Toronto. Wound up with 4 homers and 9 RBIs on the road trip. Xander Bogaerts, it's a short sample, only 7 at bats, but appears to get a good look at this left-hander. He has 4 hits. He could use a hot run. The average now sitting at 310. And seemed to be warming up a bit in Toronto. Went 5 for 14. No score in the second. Manaea admitted that it got to the 7th or the 8th inning in Oakland before he realized he had a no-hitter.
Well, there are those 2 questionable calls. Obviously, Benintendi, and even before that, the blooper that he thought was a hit. We might have thought it was a hit, but the home scorekeeper did not think it was a hit. High fly into right field. Routine play, though, for Canna.
Makes the catch, holding at first base. JD Martinez, so one man gone. Tomorrow at 6:30, don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by DCU. TC and Steve will preview the matchup between Daniel Mengden and Eduardo Rodriguez, who's coming off a terrific outing. DCU is Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you?
Pretty cool back-to-back starters with 0 losses in the loss column.
Eduardo Nunez now at second base tonight, hitting .239, 3 homers. And when Minaya tossed his gem against the Red Sox, the Sox were leading the majors in runs per game. And the last pitcher to no hit a club leading the big leagues in runs per game at the time was also in Oakland A. Bet you can name him.
Ooh.
In there for a strike.
Maybe the year?
1990.
Ooh, 1990.
He was a big gun. Did it against Toronto.
Henderson, Stewart.
Dave Stewart.
Yep, Dave Stewart.
Pretty good club.
Big guy.
One hit to right. Canna on the move again, and he'll put that one away. 2 away. Blake Swihart next. Hood salutes the Red Sox Foundation, which serves the health, education, recreation, and social service. Thank you to the Red Sox Foundation for harnessing the passion of Red Sox fans to raise funds and awareness. Swihart getting a rare start. He's the DH tonight. 160, no home runs for Blake, and he will bat right-handed. He got 5 at bats on the road trip, and he went 1 for 5.
No batting gloves for Swihart. One of the new looks. I could never do that. Bat would fly out of my hands.
Had to have them on, huh?
Yeah.
All the way back to when you were a kid?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. One of my first baseball cards when I was in rookie ball, I still have it. And I have a swing on the follow through. My palm is fully ripped, wide open ripped. Those were the only gloves I had and had to stick with them.
So the glove was all split open.
Sure was. You got to grind to shine down there. You got to grind to shine.
You wore them out, brother.
Yes.
0-2. Got a piece of that. So back in the day, you know, you're talking about in the minor leagues, you're not making any money.
No.
You don't have equipment all over the place and boxes of it, right? So
no, it's almost pay to play down there. It's like I said, you got to grind to shine. Makes up here taste that much better though.
What were you making? Like a AA?
Yeah, no. So
that one launched, but foul.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I still have my first pay stub. Yeah, got it. $860 a month, and had to pay about $220 for rent.
But the rest was yours.
Could have it. Could have it.
That's a spending spree.
That's it. You know what I could do with that money in a 7-Eleven?
All the Slim Jims you could eat.
Oh, buddy.
And all your roommates as well.
Yep.
Filed back. $800 a month. You know, it's like you do have to love what you do, and I realize there's a big payday for a lot of guys waiting when you get to the big leagues, and more power to you. But for so long, and for so many, you never see those paydays.
Sure.
Never get close to that.
Yeah, and there's some guys that go to big universities with big scholarships and big degrees where they can go get a job somewhere and make a lot of money.
Devers on deck. No score here in the second inning. Johnny Gomes, Dave O'Brien, and Jemai Webster with you tonight. Jerry Remy with the week off. Hard earned after a long trip. Dennis Eckersley will be with us on Thursday for 4 games. 0-2. And he struck him out. So nothing comes of the leadoff base hit. Top half of the third inning, no score as Rick Porcello gets back at it. He'll get Fowler, Semien, and Joyce here. Fowler just up from the minor leagues. Recalled from AAA Nashville to make his A's debut on Wednesday. And for more on that story, let's toss it downstairs to Jemai.
Well, OB, Dustin Fowler never before injured in his career, but on June 29th, the day he got called up, he was a member of the New York Yankees. He suffered a horrific knee injury in left field. Needless to say, he was lost for the season. And then on July 31st, about a month later, he was traded to Oakland, a part of a 3-player trade that sent Sonny Gray to the New York Yankees. Well, it was 8 months of rehab, but he made it back during spring training. And just last week, he was called up. And on Friday, here's some parallels for you. He got his first major league hit against the guy he was traded for, Sonny Gray. He told me it was a special moment to do it in New York in front of the people who saw him come along. And it was a cool moment, one that he'll cherish his entire career.
Boy, what a story that is. I remember he ruptured that right patellar tendon with 2 outs in the first inning originally when he came up with the Yankees. Didn't even have an at-bat, and he went on a DL. That'll be in there for strike 3. 91 miles an hour. Porcello pins him to the plate.
Yeah, that pitch right there got a lot of the plate. Just pounded the zone against him. A couple foul balls, and then just came back with this 4-seam fastball right there in the middle. Maybe a little 2-seam action, but that caught a lot of plate. He definitely wasn't looking for that. And then back to the top with Marcus. Lineup flips over right here to Marcus Semien, the leadoff guy.
Semien's 0 for 1. He's popped foul of the catcher. 0-0 game here in the top half of the third. The A's, after this series, are moving on to Toronto for a 4-game series. Apparently, they are going to be leaving their backup catcher, Bruce Maxwell, behind. His legal status expected to prohibit him from entering Canada. He's yet to be sentenced following his April plea agreement on charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. He's accused of pulling a gun on a food delivery person in Arizona last October. He was reportedly intoxicated at the time, and because he hasn't been sentenced, he cannot travel with the team to Canada. Scooped up by Devers and in plenty of time to get him. Maxwell, you may remember, was the first major league player last September to kneel during the national anthem.
It sounds like he had a tough 2017.
He said he did that to protect racial injustice. Those were his words, and exercise his freedom of speech. But the sentencing has yet to come down. So he'll be staying in the United States. Here's Matt Joyce. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Here's Maxwell.
I don't know how well that goes together with his protest and taking a knee and then taking a gun.
That'll be popped up but twist out of play. Jed Lowry on deck. What a pretty night here at Fenway Park. Bit of a breeze out toward left. Temperatures in the low 70s today. The 1-1. As Porcello gets in front.
Yeah, Matt Joyce facing the shift again. They do have 4 lefties in the lineup. All 4 overshift candidates.
2-2 on Joyce. Struck out first inning, so he's 4 for 18 against Rick Porcello. Looking for another 1-2-3 inning. Hasn't walked anybody. Joyce, a guy who moves around. A lot of stickers on that suitcase. His 5th team in 10 years.
Pinch hit walks. All right.
High fly ball. He jacks that one deep to right field. Betts watching it sail, and that is out of here. Home run for Joyce, his 4th of the season. And the A's strike first tonight and take a 1-0 lead.
He went with the 2-seam fastball right there. He got him on a 3-2 changeup his last at bat for a strikeout. So mix it up and went with the fastball. A little too much of the plate going through the at bat. 7-pitch at bat. Fouled some balls off. Good swing on a good pitch.
Yeah, he had no doubt. 4th home run of the season brings up Lowry. So Matt Joyce with a bang. And the A's are in front 1-0. Jed's 0 for 1. He's flying to left. Flying to left again. Martinez on the move there to make the play. Retiring the side, but Joyce with the home run makes it 1-0 Oakland. Well, Matt Joyce is connected for a solo shot. Oakland leading 1-0. Devers tried to answer right away with that swing. He's hitting .257, 6 homers. He's driven in 24. Sandy Leon on deck.
Yeah, last year he had those real good splits versus lefties. High average last year against lefties. A little bit low this year, but still got some time to catch up. This would be a good start right here. Coming out swinging.
Yeah, just .225 against them so far this season. 2 home runs. .368 off right-handers. And down he goes very quickly, chasing the high stuff again as he strikes out. 1 away.
Yeah, and that's keeping off balance. 0-0 slider, swing and miss. 0-1 changeup, swing and miss. What's the other pitch that he has? Fastball. 0-2 fastball, swing and miss. We're talking about keeping guys off balance. That's how you do it right there.
So 1 gone brings up Sandy Leon, 0 for 3 in his career against this left-hander. Batting .159. Mookie Betts on deck.
And coming in, Sean Manaea, he really throws his changeup only about 5% of the time. 2 lefties, lefty-lefty changeup, only 5% of the time. From the looks of the 2 games there and here, all 5% must be against the Red Sox.
I think you're right.
And there's another one.
And that really shocked the Red Sox.
Yeah.
How frequently he went to it against left-handed hitters in the previous start.
Yeah, that's 30% of the time to both of the hitters, 30% of the time during the game, about 5% to lefties.
And a swing and a miss. He puts away Sandy Leon.
And there's 2 in a row right there.
This outsider timeout presented by LL Bean. From the ballpark to your local park, the outside is always better together. LL Bean, be an outsider. Perfect day to be outdoors. Manaea now 3 consecutive strikeouts, and now it's the top of the order. Mookie Betts 0 for 1. He's tapped to second. Manaea walked him to begin his no-hitter in April and then retired 14 in a row.
So far the Sox got a hit in the hit column, which they didn't last time. Now they just need a run.
Mookie coming off one of those games where he showed you so many different skills. 2 for 4 at Toronto with a stolen base, and he also made a brilliant catch in right field.
I'd call that a 5-tool player.
Wound up with a pair of stolen bases. Here's the 0-2. Good numbers against Manaea. He has 4 hits in 12 at bats, and 2 of the hits have left the ballpark.
And that's that slider. That was one thing I saw his last start, is what he did to Devers was not go back-to-back pitches, meaning changeup, fastball, fastball. He kind of goes through a sequence, and he has this at bat as well.
Line shot up the middle. Mookie Betts 1 for 2 as the second knock tonight for Boston. Let's go to Jemai.
Well, Dave, as you guys have mentioned, Red Sox lead the majors in quite a bit of offensive categories, extra base hits, doubles. They lead the American League in batting average, and Mookie Betts told me, as far as his competition against Sean Manaea, he was going to stay aggressive, and that's something we just saw in that swing, that base hit there. Handler Ramirez says his approach won't change despite Manaea no-hitting him and being good here tonight. He says Fenway Park is a house of pain, and we crush pitchers. That's what they'll look to do. He's got 3 hits against him. 2 of those have been souvenirs.
The Red Sox so far 11-4 at home. Not a whole lot of home games, not compared to the Yankees. Sox before tonight had played 10 fewer games at home than the Yankees had. And yet identical records. There goes Mookie Betts. It's a strike. Here's the throw. And he hangs onto the bag. He's got another steal. Stolen base for Mookie Betts.
Yeah, Mookie Betts going first movement on a lefty for his 8th bag. Right when that front foot comes up, you take off. You sell out. Good slide again, just like Toronto, on the outside of the bag, making a long tag. See how he's on the outside of the bag right there? Clinic of a slide. The gloves go all the way to get to him.
Number 8. So Benintendi with an RBI chance. Benintendi has been doing a great job, particularly lately, allowing Mookie the opportunity to steal a base.
And we call that a Statue of Liberty take. And you saw that where he just stood there and allowed Mookie to take off.
He's driven in 20. That one gets away. It pops free of Lucroy, and Betts is safely into third. That'll be a wild pitch.
So that's a cross-up right there, and we saw Sandy and Rick Porcello stepping off, making sure they're on the same page. This is Sean right here throwing a pitch, and Lucroy, that's not what he called. That's the cross-up right there. It's tough to catch, and it's really tough to catch when you don't know what's coming. Yeah, he lost his glove. He called that a yard sale right there. Glove, $10.
It was awkward.
That was awkward.
Benintendi with a ground out to second, first time up. There are 2 gone, but Betts at third. 1-0 Oakland. And he chops a foul. Benintendi with a 6-game hitting streak. That's his longest of the season. But over the last 16 games, he's just below 300, 299. So he's been building up. And he will not offer.
And there's that changeup right there, and that's the pattern I was talking about. He went slider, fastball, changeup. He's yet to back his pitches. Same approach that he had against the Red Sox in Oakland.
(3-2) just does nudge it foul on a big cut.
3-2, different situation here, but I'd be curious to see if he goes back to a fastball, because that's what he hasn't been doing, is throwing back-to-back pitches. Just threw a fastball, so look for off speed right here.
Well, he hardly ever walks anybody. He did walk a couple of men against the Red Sox, but he's had 3 starts this year. He didn't walk anybody. Another 3, walked only 1. See if he gets something to drive. A shot to third, scooped up by Chapman. Here's the throw, the play, and it gets by. The run is in. It disappears, so Benintendi will be sent down to second base, and the Red Sox have tied it. Chapman typically as good as it gets over there, but he threw it away.
Rare error for Chapman, but it cost him 90 feet and a run right there. Matt Olson just as good over there at first. Probably hoped he would have scooped it.
Well, it'll be a base hit and an RBI and an E5 and a little bit of a limp there from Benintendi.
It did look like it. He was getting it down there. Great play just to get there. Sets his feet, does a good job, just not enough on the throw right there.
And inside the Red Sox dugout to send him down to second. Hanley Ramirez trying to keep it rolling now. It's a high pop-up foul off third base. Chapman over there and leaning in toward the netting, but a foul ball out of play.
We'll have to keep an eye on Benintendi right here. We'll see how that maybe hamstring or side or something. If that's the case right here, we'll see if he's able to score on a single. Imagine they're going to keep a close eye. If something does spark up, that'd be JBJ coming into the game.
Chapman just his 3rd error. 2 down and a go-ahead man at second. There's a line drive into right. That's going to drop down for a hit. Here comes Benintendi. Canna throws into second, and the Red Sox lead it. And he was running just fine.
He was running just fine.
And Hanley swinging just fine. His 27th RBI.
27th RBI. Good job right there. And 2-out RBIs are what make it go. 2 of them back-to-back right there. 2-out RBIs. They got the hit out of the way in the second. They needed a run. Got 2 of them here in the bottom of the 3rd. Good swing right here. Not trying to do too much. Just drop it in. Drop it in. Don't swing for the fences. Don't let the green monster get in your head. Drop it in. Single with an RBI. Just enough. Did exactly what he needed to do with that pitch. Benintendi not hurt. Good job, Benny. Here we go right here. Is he okay? Is he okay? Is he okay? He's okay.
So the Red Sox with 3 consecutive 2-out singles. And a stolen base by Mookie Betts have taken the lead for the first time here tonight. Hanley Ramirez's 27th RBI.
And you see how important just that single stolen base was right there.
So he was driving the ball, presented by Toyo Tires. JD Martinez last 15 games hitting .421 with 5 home runs.
And what I like to do is add those RBIs with those runs. So that would be 23 total in 15 games. So he's +8.
High chop, scoop by Chapman. You can see what a fine glove he does have, and that is out number 3. But the Red Sox have taken the lead 2-1. Top of the fourth inning. Chris Davis leading things off. It was really interesting to watch just before the pitch by Porcello. Hanley Ramirez was waving Nunez over into a shift on the left side here against Chris Davis. And he hits right into that shift. Bogaerts will scoop and fire. One man is gone. The Red Sox have the defensive shifts on guys in their caps. He knows exactly where everyone's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's it. Hanley Ramirez playing first base now, and here it is. Nice. He's engaged in the defense. Knows right where he needs to be. Get over there, Nunez. Lock it in. And he did. Ground ball. And then this pitch right here, now they're on the other side. But now you got 3 of them on the right side.
So one man away from Matt Olson, who whiffed his first time up. And that's ripped. He beat the shift into right field for a base hit. So went after the very first pitch and tags it for a single. CVS Health is investing $50 million over 5 years to extend their commitment to helping people lead tobacco-free lives. Learn more at cvshealth.com/be-the-first. So each side now with 4 hits, Johnny.
Yeah, you've heard me talk about it too. Called shutdown innings. That's when they score, you score, and then trying to throw up a 0. Sean Manaea unable to have a shutdown inning right there. With them getting on the board with the solo homer, Sox coming up in the bottom of the inning, putting up a 2 spot. Shutdown inning would be nice for Rick Porcello, throwing up a 0 right after his ball club scored for him.
Chapman with a base hit first time up. He's also committed an error. Red Sox actually getting this guy while he's slumping. 4 for 45 coming into the game. And he'll look at a ball, 1-1.
And Chapman making that error in the previous inning that drove in or helped drive in a run with that 90 feet error, it going into the camera well or the dugout.
Shattered bat and a line drive base hit. Well, he's not slumping anymore. He's 2 for 2. And Olson scurries to second base. And as a hitter, did you ever get over that urgency to make up for an error you just made? You want to get in that box and you're just dying to do something.
Yeah, you sure did. You sure did. You definitely didn't want to let your team down. Sometimes you try too hard. And you got the double mistake. Couple punch outs and an error. It makes for a long day at the office.
That's some pretty good swings here early on for the A's against Rick Porcello. And now Mark Canha 0 for 1 with a fly to right.
And he came up last time with long at bat where Rick was pounding those sinkers down and in to get the rollover. Here he goes again, going for the double play. Sinker inside, gets up and around it. Ground ball to Devers would be best case scenario.
Olson at second, Chapman at first. Sox ahead 2-1. And he hammers a foul. Jonathan Lucroy would be next. Tomorrow night 7:10. Eduardo Rodriguez going in at 3-0.
2 pretty big important people in the Boston area right there. Looks like David hasn't let his jewelry game go to waste.
No. Yep. You would have predicted that.
Bracelet, pinky ring.
What's your bet? What's the dollar figure on that? Just what he's swinging tonight.
Wow. Well, I just know it's real. Those are real. And if he gets in a jam, he's got 3 World Series rings that he can throw on.
One, 2, and that's going to be in there for strike 3. Big out. He froze him with the breaking ball.
Yeah, he did. Stayed on the inner half right there. Best case scenario, ground ball to Devers for 2. But if he wants to look, he'll take the strikeout right there. Boom. Good spot. See all 4 of those pitches on the inner half right there. That one probably caught the most of the plate at the perfect time with 2 strikes.
Now you lockered near him, and you would have a dollar figure in mind. I know you do.
Yeah.
Lucroy hitting with 2 down and in for strike 1.
There's probably multiple numbers in front of the comma.
That's a given.
In front. He's engaged right now. He's driving the bus. He's got a scouting eye on. I don't know if that's scouting attire, but he is a good one.
Hey, it's Big Papi. Anything he wants. Red Sox, you talk about jewelry, had a ring made for David when he was World Series MVP.
He sure did.
When you guys won it all in 13. So that year wound up with a couple of rings.
His next one might be a Hall of Fame ring.
2-1 to count on Lucroy.
I think that would cover the whole hand. Three World Series rings, MVP ring, then the thumb ring. Pretty cool.
David does have a gig in an advisory role with the Red Sox. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Lucroy. And a chopper foul off third. So Porcello a strike away from getting out of this.
Yeah, pitching around some early traffic right there. Goes with that righty-righty changeup right there for the rollover foul. Get him to 2 strikes. The strikeout looking last at bat. See if we can get some more looking strikes right here. A little frozen.
Olsen and Chapman off their bases with 2 down. A 2-2 from Rick Porcello. Just in. So full count, and that means the 2 men on will be off to the races. Fowler on deck. Pitch count at 75 already for Rick.
Yeah, Matt Joyce hit a 3-2 fastball out of the ballpark. Rick Porcello really staying away from the walks, but you also want to stay away from the middle of the plate.
Payoff pitch, runners go, and a line drive down to the corner. That's going to go all the way to the monster. Olsen is in. Chapman rounding. He is going to score. Lucroy tagging a 2-run double. That puts the Oakland A's in front. RBIs 9 and 10 for the catcher.
And this is it, just buggy whipping it down the line, and of course 3-2, 2 outs. You see the runners in motion right there is going to allow that runner at first to score, where he probably wouldn't have scored if he wasn't in motion. So getting to that 3-2 count, got those runners in motion. 2 runs on the board, lost the lead right there.
So last couple of innings, Porcello a home run, 2 singles and a double. Here's Fowler. He struck out looking in the 3rd inning, 0 for 1. Chris Sale will go on Wednesday night at 7:10.
Boy, is he coming off a good start.
15 strikeouts in a tour de force against Toronto. And a high twisting fly ball, pretty well hit on the run. Benintendi to the track, headed to the wall. He can't get it. Another run is in. It bounces back to Martinez, rounding second. Fowler, he is into 3rd with a triple to make it 4-2. So all sorts of trouble for Rick Porcello. Lucroy driving it to one of the deepest parts of the ballpark, and here comes Dana Levangie.
Yeah, he was being aggressive, swinging at that first pitch, fouled it off right down the line, gets another one swinging right dead center. Benintendi running out of room. His 3rd RBI out of the 8-9 hole right there. 2 for Lucroy and 1 for Fowlers. And the lineup flips over right here to the leadoff guy.
So now 4 runs on 7 hits. Porcello coming off a tough outing against the Yankees, in which he gave up a season high 5 earned runs. So he's hit a bit of a speed bump here these last couple of starts. Man at 3rd. First triple for Fowler in his young career. Top of the order now is Semien, who's gone 0 for 2. Porcello finding it very tough to get out of the 4th inning. And a nice scoop by Sandy Leon. They can import the NESN Red Sox schedule on any device. For alerts 15 minutes before the game, visit NESN.com/schedule to import it. Presented by Franklin Sports, the official batting glove of the Red Sox, Major League Baseball.
And Porcello going to 0-0 curveball. Hasn't thrown the curveball very often. Didn't really have the feel for it, but the previous ones he did throw were keeping him off balance pretty good. Didn't have a swing at it all day.
Well, so far, a 3-run 4th inning for the A's with a runner at third. 2 down. Hit to Bogaerts off the dirt, scoops and gets him. But Porcello gets roughed up in this inning, and the A's are in front 4-2. Furniture and mattresses you want now. And if the Red Sox pitch a no-no after July 17th, everything you buy will be free. But time is running out. Hurry in or shop online right now. Well, the Red Sox are trailing here 4-2 as we go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Against the left-hander Sean Manaea. Red Sox got a pair of runs and 3 hits off him last frame. And now bring up Xander Bogaerts. Nunez and Swihart will follow.
Yeah, both those runs scoring with 2 outs. Benintendi was able to get himself on, or Betts get on, get a stolen base. Can steal some bags off this battery right here. Some early traffic would benefit some runs.
Now, the one thing you know about him is you're probably not going to get walked.
Nope.
So he's going to be in the strike zone. He certainly was all night in Oakland. He is 2-2 against the Red Sox in his career, but a 7.52 ERA even with the no-hitter. 2 wins in Oakland, but he's 0-2 here at Fenway, an ERA of 21.32. He's been hit hard here. He had a notion to swing, but he stayed away, and the count goes to 3-2.
Yeah, one of his outings I really put him behind the 8 ball was 3 2/3, 11 hits, 7 earned runs.
And a lefty with a payout pitch, and he walked him. Well, that's against type. First walk that he has issued since several starts this year where he hadn't walked anybody. Our twisted T, twisted but true fact. A's manager Bob Melvin was a catcher on the last Red Sox team that was no hit by Chris Bosio at the Kingdome in 1993. It changed when Sean Manaea did it on April 21. But back to April 22nd, 1993. The time between no hitters, by the way, almost 25 years to the day. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea. Be a little twisted. He's in the lead here 4-2. Nunez is 0 for 1 with a fly to right.
A quick pick check on the runner right there. Nunez, one of Alex Cora's hit and run candidates.
Base hit to right. Bogaerts was not taking off, so he'll stop at second base, but that's sharply hit by Nunez. And the Red Sox have something brewing here. First and second, nobody out.
We asked for some early traffic, and it was right there with a walk and a single the other way. Jumping on a 0-0 cutter right there, sinker. Fastball up a little bit above the belt, doing a good job shooting it to the right side. Perfect direction of a swing of where that pitch was. That's a good swing for Nunez. Swihart stepping in with an RBI situation in one of his rare starts. Thrown right into the fire right here.
DH tonight. Blake is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Nobody out. Red Sox trying to rally from 2 down here early in game 1.
He's got a 0 in the home run category. A big 3-run pop right here would be a pretty big mood changer for Blake Swihart.
And a ground ball right to Semien, to Lowry 1 on to first, and a double play. Down to third is Bogaerts, but with 2 down. And that'll send up Rafael Devers, who struck out on 3 pitches his first time up.
Yeah, and here's that double play. Pitcher's best friend right here. Blake Swihart being a little aggressive, going 0-0. Unable to beat that out. First and second, no outs. Just a runner on third with 2.
Devers hitting .255. We'll look at a strike. 6 home runs for the 21-year-old. Tampa Bay, Kansas City. They're in the 5th inning, tied 1-1. Yankees are idle tonight, as mentioned. And a little topper along the first base line, going to keep it fair, and he will tag him out to retire the side. Olsen got there in plenty of time. Had some promise, but it died quickly.
Fans, with the best seats, price, and benefits the Red Sox have to offer. Plans start at 10 games and are available now. For more information, visit redsox.com/season tickets or call 877-RED-SOX-9. Dave?
Jamon, thank you very much. Matt Joyce, who was homered tonight, will lead things off here. 4-2, the A's in front. And Porcello in need of a fast inning. Did not get one last inning, allowing 4 hits and 3 runs, including a double and a triple. Saw the gentleman holding the giveaway tonight, the freebie, the Craig Kimbrell giveaway. As you can grow his beard, you know, grown men are reduced to like 4-year-olds when they get free stuff.
It's unbelievable. Catch a ball game and get a Craig Kimbrell Chia Pet beard growing kit.
It's exactly what it is.
Pretty cool. That guy had no hair on his head or his face or his lip.
Well, no wonder he was so excited.
Yep. Good for him. Good
Joyce,
seats too.
Yes. Joyce hitting just 196. He had been slumping coming in. He tears into that one, and that's down for a base hit. So a lot of the guys for the A's who have been pulling offers or 1 for 25s are getting their hits tonight.
Yeah, and that was that curveball right there. You see that curveball grip. Gets it a little high, little over the plate, would like it a little down and in to Matt Joyce after the fastball that he hit out. Matt Joyce making the adjustment, hit the fastball out, sit on something different, gets a curveball right there for a single.
Lowry next. He's flied out twice to left field, and JD Martinez. 8 hits for the A's, including a home run by Joyce, who is now 2 for 3. Lowry was up there a long time. His first time tonight, first inning. The at bat lasted 11 pitches.
Yeah. Pesky guy.
Now the major league record for the longest at bat in terms of pitches seen is 21.
Just happened.
Happened this year. That's right. Brandon Belt. Got standing ovations, I think, from both dugouts.
In Anaheim.
Flared foul. It's 0-2.
The same building, Los Angeles Angels, Anaheim Stadium. 2012, I witnessed Bartolo Colon break the record for consecutive strikes thrown. I want to say it was about 36 consecutive strikes thrown.
2012, so he must have been around 47.
Yep. Just over, possibly.
The 0-2 to Lowry, who can be a pain in the neck in spots like this, and rips that one to left center field. On the move, Benintendi. Hard hit, but caught by Benintendi, and Lowry is 0 for 3. Red Sox baseball brought to you by Ace Ticket, Sox fans' trusted source for tickets. Tickets to all Red Sox games and concerts at Fenway are available right now at aceticket.com. A's have been making solid contact. Here's Chris Davis. He has a base hit, and he's grounded out. Six of their hitters tonight have at least one hit. That's one of the reasons that Heath Embry is up in the bullpen. The high pitch count's another one, 89 already. Rick Porcello's had some tremendous outings this season. The last 2 would not be counted among the best.
So you got a full shift over here with 3 infielders on the left side, but the unique situation is you're going to have to watch this movement for a possible double play ball with 1 out. So a ground ball to Devers, you'll see Nunez running towards the bag where he would be accustomed to running to his right, and then Bogey, and if Nunez was to get the ball, he's just going to have to run to it. So here you go.
Devers fires in, got one there on the first. Red Sox turn to double play. Exactly what Porcello needed in that inning. Time now to turn it over to Adam for the mid-5th studio show. there. So it remains a 4-2 game here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Our tools of the trade presented by Stanley.
Yeah, unique double play, like you said. You're seeing ground ball to Devers. See Nunez obviously on the left side of second base. This is going to have to change his footwork, his path to the bag, and his arm slot going to first right here. So he's going to run to his left when he would have ran to his right if he was in a normal situation. Receives the ball with his left foot on the bag, which is unique footwork. So that's it. That's playing defense in the shift.
Stanley, the official tools of the Boston Red Sox. Bottom of the 5th. Sandy Leon a strikeout first time. He is 0 for 1, inning 156. And slapped to third, but a foul ball. Mookie Betts on deck, and then Andrew Benintendi. Those two, after Leon, will be getting their third look at the lefty. Was born in the great state of Indiana. Went to the same high school as Dan Dockich, the outstanding ESPN analyst and former Indiana basketball coach. Manaya looks like a guy who could play some hoops.
Yeah, I'd imagine. Pretty good down low.
6'5", 230. And a 1-2 to Leon. Up the middle for a sharp base hit. Good start for the Sox here in the 5th. Before Liverpool takes on Real Madrid in the Champions League final, they're looking to solidify their spot in the top 4 of the Premier League. Catch NESN's special encore presentation of Liverpool versus Brighton tomorrow at 4 on NESN Plus.
You see some of those Red Sox pregame with that soccer ball out there having some fun. Sure, they'll be tuning in.
Yep, Xander Bogaerts in particular, not bad with the footy.
Not bad at all.
Got some skills.
Sure does.
Mookie Betts now 1 for 2. Base hit, stolen base, and a run. Sox trying to battle back here against Manaya.
Manaya continuing to get strike 1 called. His pitch count not a problem right now. Bottom 5 at 62.
So the count 0-2 on Betts. And for over 100 years, the same family has owned KM. So they know how to make a great hot dog for all of you Sox fans. Pick up KM Fenway Franks at your grocer today. KM, together we grill. Lashed foul by Betts. Mookie came into the night leading the majors in hitting at 360. Tied for the major league lead in homers. Leading the majors in runs, extra base hits, total bases, slugging percentage, and OPS. Slugging .772. There's a shot driven to left. Is it high enough? It is off the monster. Leon into third. Mookie sliding into second base with a quick double, second and third, just like that. His second hit tonight, and just missed a home run in the monster seats.
That's it. 5th pitch of the at bat right there. All 5 fastballs. Can't go to the well too many times. Look at it. Too much of the plate right there for 0-2. Actually does go to off speed right there to mix him up. Mookie on time with the fastball. Late a little bit, the last one, and then gets the off speed, gets that barrel out front, inches away from a 2-run homer.
You ripped that one. It's where Fenway cost you.
That is. That is.
Could have been a 2-run homer. So second and third for Benintendi. He's really come alive with the bat. RBI single in the 3rd inning. He also scored. So very different looking swings tonight for the Sox against Manaya, huh?
Yeah, sure is. And again, you're talking about a 3rd time around. Mookie 3rd time, Benny's 3rd time, and throughout.
And he pops this one up into right, charging on Canna. It's Leon, the runner at 3rd, so he will head on back as the throw comes in. So 1 man away for Hanley. Ramirez with an RBI single in the 3rd inning. Red Sox put together 3 consecutive hits against Minaya. They have 2 in this inning. You can catch a condensed 2-hour version of this Red Sox game at midnight on Sox in 2. Sox in 2 brought to you by Cumberland Farms, where you can get iced coffee for 99 cents any size any day. And don't fret, Johnny Suit will still be included in the condensed version, Sox in 2.
I like to call that must-watch TV. Hanley Ramirez coming in with 27 RBIs. A homer here will get him to an even 30 in front of one of his good friends, David Ortiz, who's in attendance.
Hanley hit 3 home runs on the road trip and drove in 9. Grounds that one toward the hole. A sliding stab by Semien. He'll throw to second base as a run comes in. Mookie trying to get back now, and now darting toward third base, being run down, and he is out of the base path. But Ramirez getting down to second base as another run came in to make it a 1-run game.
A little confusing right there at times, but how it plays out is Hanley ground ball to shortstop, and eye for the RBI. Does drive in a run right there with it. And here it is with Mookie getting caught, and what you want to do is stay in the rundown. The reason you want to stay in the rundown is to allow Hanley to get to second. So he knows he's going to get out. He's going to stay in as long as he can, but with your out, you still want to have a runner in scoring position.
So it's a fielder's choice, 6-4. 5-6 and an RBI for Hanley, which will be his 2nd of the ball game, to bring in Sandy Leon. So the tying run at second, and a line drive well hit, but Canada's there, who's playing deep anyway. He's been a busy man. Side retired, but now 4-3 game. Top 6, tight one here, 4-3 Oakland. They've out hit the Sox 8-7. Activity in the bullpen. Carson Smith warming. 91 pitches for Rick Porcello. It's only 1-1-2-3 tonight. That was the 1st inning. And no swing, says Jim Reynolds.
I got him on the swing and the pitch. It's a tough one.
Olsen with a base hit, and he's fanned. He takes a mighty cut, 2-1. Last year he was named the A's Organizational Hitter of the Year. And he will strike out a lot. Already done it once tonight, number 51, so he's 5th in the American League in Ks. Right now he has the count his way, the 3-1.
That's great location by Rick right there. 3-1, back against the wall right there. Obviously not trying to walk anyone ever this year, but don't want to get too much of the plate, kind of like a Matt Joyce. Wow, right on the black. Good pitch.
Popped up, but that'll be fouled back out of play. He's in town for 3. And then Baltimore for 4 tomorrow night. Eduardo Rodriguez, and on Wednesday a Sale night. Chris Sale against this club. That one tagged right field deep. That one sailing back, and it clears the bullpen. Really has not been Rick Porcello's night. That's the second home run he's allowed. That'll make it 5-3. Olson connects for his 5th of the season as he touches them all. And Cora, for the moment, staying inside the dugout.
And this is the second home run, both to lefties, both on fastballs. You see the defense on the pull side. These guys obviously big pull hitters, showing the power on the pull side right there in a 3-2 fastball.
Well, Porcello's had difficulty with this guy Chapman. 2 singles, 2 for 2. Olson's also 2 for 3 with a home run now.
It fell behind Olson 2-0, behind on Chapman 2-0 right here early in this inning.
That was pitch number 100. Rick Porcello's pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. He stayed away from walks, but the home runs have gotten him a couple times tonight, and that one's ripped foul. Been a lot of hard hit balls tonight, Johnny.
Yeah, they sure have.
Sox down 5-3. And a 2-2 to Chapman.
2-2 down with the cutter right there, 85 miles per hour, brings him right back to that 3-2 count.
And drills it in there for strike 3. He got him looking, and Chapman will take a seat. Time now for a game break brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store of the Boston Red Sox. Here's Tom Caron. There we go. Well, it's nice to see that his personality is firmly intact.
Well, he's on to something. There is a stat for that these days. Barreled balls.
Last I checked, Mookie Betts was leading the majors in that category.
Yes, sir.
Here's Marcana. Well, 2-hopper up the middle to Nunez, who was filling that spot at second base for the time being. So 2 away. And Luke Croy next. He's already lashed a 2-run double. 5 runs on 9 hits for Oakland, 3 runs on 7 hits for the Red Sox.
And Alex letting Porcello go a little north of 100 here, sitting at 105. But the mental side of pitching, to be able to walk off the mound after an inning versus having to hand the ball off to the manager, is really big to sit on for those 4 or 5 days for your next start. So allowing him to get out of this inning is real big for Rick.
Had to be tempting after the home run by Olson to take him out.
Sure, but you do have to have a little faith in your offense. Obviously, Minaya is throwing a good game, but We got to get some more traffic out there, and good for Rick to walk off the mound on his own. Obviously not the best start and the one he was looking for, but he's getting it right here.
Bogaerts there to scoop and fire to retire the side. Probably it for him tonight. Oakland with a 5-3 lead here in the middle of the 6th. Are here. 2 breakfast sandwiches for $2, $3, or $5. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Bogaerts will lead off here as we go to the last half of the 6th inning. Sox trailing 5-3 to the A's. Manaea still out there, and no activity in their bullpen.
Always good to get in the driver's seat with leadoff on. Was able to do it last inning with 2 guys on.
The Sox with Hembree beginning to warm up in the Boston pen. Bogaerts is 4 for 8 off this guy career. One and 2.
I was mentioning in his last start, he was really going pitch to pitch to pitch, meaning fastball, changeup, slider, fastball, changeup, slider, just doing sequences. Switching it now, starting with last inning with Betts, is staying to the fastball right there. 3rd fastball in a row, something he hasn't done all the way until this point. Throwing a lot more fastballs, possibly thinking the Sox are sitting on his off speed. So again, keeping him off balance by changing his game plan in the inning.
Nunez on deck, a 1-2.
There's that fastball again. I think I was bringing up in about the 3rd inning how he doesn't back his pitches, and he hasn't. So that would be his 11th or 12th inning straight of not backing his pitching. Switched it last inning in the 5th, throwing more fastballs.
Xander's last home run was at Texas at the beginning of the road trip. He flares that one to the second baseman, and Lowry makes the catch. 1 man gone. Time for a Geico Red Sox moment, honoring the 13 championship team, and in game number 41 the Red Sox would beat Tampa Bay 4-3. Will Middlebrooks delivered a 2-out 2-strike bases clearing double in the 9th to spark the win. And a very happy day for all concerned, and later on in October was a wonderful run, and another ring for those gentlemen, and the 3rd during their ownership of the Boston Red Sox. That's up the middle. Lowry, fine play again. He's been so steady out there tonight.
He sure has, getting to the balls that he can and making good strong throws to first. Both sides. Flash a little leather out there for the Jet Lowry, Stanford great that he is. Going backhand with a little fake hop right there, just in time.
Very smooth.
Very smooth.
2 away in the Red Sox 6th inning for Blake Swihart, who has struck out and hit into a double play. Which came in the 4th inning after Bogaerts had walked and Nunez had singled. The Red Sox were building something, but Blake hit into a 6-4-3. And that was pretty much it.
Yeah, sometimes when you don't get consistent at bats, you kind of get a little jumping. You want to get in there and use that bat that you're practicing with in batting practice, and a little too aggressive right there, runner scoring position. Maybe take a pitch, get in the count, see if he's running at you or running from you. Coming to his 3rd at bat. His next one will be in the 8th or 9th.
And he strikes out for the 2nd time tonight. Red Sox go 1-2-3. Official website for deals, buyatoyota.com. LL Bean, if it's outside, we're all in. Now open at One Seaport in Boston. And by Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. To the 7th inning, 5-3 Oakland. Sox back in town for the first of 7. Pitching change now as Heath Hembree will take over for Rick Porcello. 18th appearance for the hard-throwing right-hander, and he gets the number 9 hitter right away. Guy's done a bit of damage tonight. Dustin Fowler with an RBI triple in the 4th inning.
Yeah, RBI triple right out the Green Monster, right out of the 9 hole. Lucroy and Fowler's doing a little damage down there.
Hembree picked up a save in yesterday's win at Toronto, a scoreless 8th inning. The bullpen was really good. He struck out 2. Really back-to-back performances for the bullpen, and they need to be like that again tonight.
And starting the 7th off with the bullpen coming in, got to cover 9 outs, with the Red Sox having to get 2 to tie, 3 to win.
One, 2 to Fowler. High bounder. Devers started in. He'll have it. Close, and he got him. Bang, bang play over there at first base. Bob Melvin's thinking about maybe challenging that. I'll pick up your complimentary 2018 magnetic Red Sox schedule at any Sullivan Tire across New England while supplies last. Sullivan Tire and Auto Service, always here to get you there. I already have mine, and there she is, going right on the fridge.
There's that Wally guy again.
Yep. You know the amazing thing about these, Johnny, they have every game on them.
How unique, all 162.
Semien the batter, he's gone 0 for 3. He's hit the ball twice on the ground. He's also popped up foul to the catcher. (5-3) the A's.
And Semien came over like majority of the Oakland Athletics from the Chicago White Sox. Shortstop, young shortstop at the time, and was really kicking the ball around his first year in the league. Led the league in errors, had a bunch of errors, and has cleaned that up. So now they're waiting on the bat.
Although he's the guy who was charged with an error on the pop-up in Oakland that went off his glove.
Yeah, I'm sure that one he's okay with.
It was during the no-hitter, and one that Minaya himself thought had been ruled a hit. He said, when I looked up around the 8th inning, I thought I'd see at least one hit up there. He didn't realize he was throwing a no-no at that point. He said, then I started shaking a little bit. You know, it got to me.
Chasing history.
Three and two. Matt Joyce on deck. He's blasted a home run in this one. So is Matt Olson. And those are the difference in the game. 5-3 Oakland. And a payoff pitch. Ground ball through the hole for a base hit. So Semien is aboard. He's 1 for 4. Tonight, after Red Sox coverage on SN Sports Today, we have a full recap of the game plus a preview of Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals between the Cavs and the Celts. SN Sports Today, presented by People's United Bank, where the technology is as helpful as the people. What an impressive win by the Celtics in Game 1.
That's setting the tone.
With D.
Defense wins championships.
Joyce is 2 for 3, a home run and a base hit.
Yeah, home run on a 3-2 count fastball. Olson came up 3-2 fastball home run. Semien 3-2 slider. Was able to get a knock. That 3-2 count's been tough tonight.
Joyce with a underwater swing on the breaking ball.
Underwater is a good word. We got to call phone booth swing too. Although phone booths are non-existent, but back in the day, a little phone booth swing. That's what you like to see. Sitting on fastball, guessing fastball, throws a slider, and that's what happens.
You and I are old enough to remember phone booths and actually making calls with coins in phone booths.
The good old days.
To mom, saying, Mom, I need you to come pick me up. What do you get for a quarter? You got like 3 minutes.
That was it.
You and I are also old enough to remember drive-in movies. Are you old enough to remember drive-in movies?
Yeah, I'd sit on the roof. Some places wouldn't let you, but
there's still one down on the Cape in Wellfleet. I mean, you can find them every once in a while, and it's like turning back time. It's like getting in a time machine.
Yeah.
Runner goes, and it's lashed foul. So much fun. You know those clanky speakers? You had to put them right on the window of the car. You know, and it would scratch the car, and And you had to work on it to get it just right. The sound, it was always terrible.
Oh yeah,
coming through those things, those big clanky metal speakers.
How big the screens were, though.
Oh, so much
like
fun.
watching a movie on the Green Monster.
Yeah. When you were a kid, you went for the snacks and the film, and you'd be with your parents. You got older, you'd bring a date. That was great. 2-2, you do your whole life. Swung on a miss, and down goes Joyce as he fans, and they're 2 away. Stay on top of the latest Red Sox news with NESN's free Red Sox text alerts. Breaking news to in-game alerts. NESN will make sure you're in the know. To sign up, text Red Sox to 536-536. Message and data rates may apply. Here's Jed Lowry. And you could always get a double feature.
Yeah, 2 for 1.
Oh, it was great. It was a slice of Americana.
What happened? Why'd those fade out?
A great question. Then the movie theater people started making movie theater so comfortable.
Right.
Great air conditioning. The seats you could just melt in.
Lazy boy.
Lazy boy's basic. I think that's probably it. I don't know.
Backing the truck up, put the tailgate down.
Oh, sun going down.
Bring a cooler, depending what age you're at.
We used to sneak people in the trunk of the car. Now that I think about it, that was a horrible idea.
Right.
And it was clearly against the law, or against the rules anyway. 2-0, he checked, but it's in there for a strike. We used to pack like 6 kids back there.
The kid in the trunk.
We used to have a kid in our neighborhood named Okie Thongren. It's a very, very unusual name. And Okie always got the bottom of the trunk. And everyone piled on Okie.
Poor Okie.
2-1. Bounding ball right to Hanley Ramirez, right to the bag to retire the side. 1 man left. Red Sox down here 5-3.
Live at home, in the office, or on the go with MLB.tv. Your subscription includes MLB at Bat Premium, allowing you to watch live baseball on every favorite supported device. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details, guys.
Thanks, Jemai. 5-3. A's have the lead. Bottom of the 7th inning. Devers against Minaya. Oakland finally has activity in the bullpen for the first time. Petit throwing. Yusmeiro Petit. Devers, Leon, and then Mookie. Mookie Betts has 2 hits. Devers is 0 for 2. Sandy Leon has a base hit and a run. Plate umpire Ben May directing the ball boy to grab a free baseball. It literally becomes a free baseball right underneath the netting.
There you go. Good seats. Got a ball. Get you a W. You have a night.
Devers is struck out and grounded out. Boy, Manaya's pitch count's in very good shape. He's had some quick innings, had a big double play in the 4th inning after 2 men reached. And Luke foul, and that'll just get over that netting.
Yeah, Luke Manaya, he's doing an outstanding job. He said pitch count's in good shape at 84. Go back-to-back 9 innings against this ball club.
High fly ball, that one driven deep to left field, and this one is not coming back. Boy, the kid can do that, can he? He struggled his first couple of at-bats, struck out on 3 pitches in the 3rd inning, and now in his 3rd at-bat, he takes Manaya out.
He does take Manaya out all the way to the Green Monster. We're talking about Manaya starting to throw more fastballs, more fastballs. The pitch before, you can tell he was sitting on fastball, thinking he's getting again fouled off the slider to get to this fastball right here. Look at those hips, stay in and fire. Eyes up, launched all the way to the people right there.
Our high strength steel play brought to you by New England Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado. So that's his 7th. And again, the Sox have cut it to 1. Sandy Leon is 1 for 2. Speedway donating $500 to Boston Children's Hospital for every Sox home run. Don't forget, all summer, stop by your local Speedway and quench your thirst with a refreshing Speedy Freeze. Sox with their first home run. Devers going to the opposite field with a blast. And a 1-1. A couple of times tonight, the Red Sox have cut the lead to 1.
It's called chipping away, chipping away. Where it stands right now, you got 9 outs to cover 2 runs. 1 time through the lineup, got to get 2 runs.
Hard hit, bobbled by Chapman, and he'll have no play. Now, trust me when I tell you he's a really good defender, but he's booted a couple tonight.
Yeah, that's it. This is basically like seeing an eclipse right here. Obviously, playing on the West Coast, we don't get a look at him, but this glove is a gem. To be able to hang 2 E's on him in 1 ball game, probably the first time in his career.
So that'll do it for Manaya. A home run and error, and he's done here in the 7th inning. Winds up giving up 4 runs and 8 hits in this one. Petit will be coming on to take his spot on the hill with Mookie Betts lurking. Benintendi and Hanley Ramirez as well.
Allowing Hanley to get to second. A bunch of throws, too many throws for a rundown, allowing Hanley to get to second. And then a 3-2 fastball again into the bullpen. Another score change. Devers right here sitting on fastball, seeing Manaea throw a bunch of them. Manaea knew it, Devers knew it, we knew it, and that's how we got to 5-4.
So Mookie Betts taking on a new pitcher, Yusmeiro Petit. He takes over from Manaea, went 6+, did not get an out here in the 7th inning. 4 runs, 8 hits. Runner at first base, his responsibility. And with Sandy Leon reaching on the error. So the burly right-hander with nobody out delivers. Mookie with another good night, a single, a double, stolen base, and a run.
Yeah, again, checking off just about the whole stat category.
He's actually lifted his batting average 7 points tonight. He came in at .360, leading the majors. And a high pop-up into left center field. Coming on to left fielder Joyce. Plenty of time to get there to put away Mookie Betts. So 1 away in the 7th. Now don't miss WB Mason Extra Innings Live right after the game. TC and Steve will break it down. You'll hear from Rick Porcello and Alex Cora. Whatever, whenever, wherever, who but WB Mason. So the line on Manaea, 88 pitches. Walked only 1 man. Like Rick Porcello, very rare with the base on balls. Sox within 1. Here's Benintendi. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI single, and he has scored. Second time tonight, Carson Smith is loosening. He should not take very long to warm up. So Benintendi has run his hitting streak to 7 in a row. And is a season high.
Yeah, Carson Smith warming up. He has warmed up earlier. Should be loose. You look at the situation, 1 out, still has 2 to go, but you do have to have in the back of your mind a double play would speed things up. You'd have to come right in. So even though there's 1 out, you do have to be ready down there. That's the strategy of a bullpen arm.
Hanley Ramirez on deck. Sox have the tying run aboard. Stroke to center field. Fowler is back there though, and he'll turn and make the catch. Did well, but for an out. Red Sox Nation members can earn loyalty points every time they attend a game at Fenway and by watching every away game on NESN. And they can use these points to redeem items like autographs, memorabilia, and a lot more. Just visit RedSoxNation.com to sign up today. Hanley Ramirez has a couple of RBIs tonight. One on a base hit, the other on a fielder's choice. So he has 28. JD Martinez leading the club with 33. And he is on deck. That'll run right past the catcher, Lucroy. And the catcher, Leon, can move on down to second.
And puts him right in running and scoring position. He did have that little bloop to right, not doing too much, allowing RBI to come. Sitting at 28, home run gets him at 30, and the Sox lead. Simple RBI knock will tie the ball game.
Well, Hanley did exactly that in the 3rd inning. As you pointed out, just staying simple, taking it to right. Red Sox stringing together 3 consecutive base hits in that inning off Manaea. Flies that one down the right field line. Giving chase is Canna. He pulls up and he's got it. He makes the play right along that fence, and Hanley can't believe it. He flies out, and that's it. 5-4 Oakland. fees. That's transparency. Your New England Audi dealers, get behind the wheel of the Audi you've always wanted. And by William Ravis Real Estate, the official realtor of the Boston Red Sox. 8th inning coming your way. Beautiful night here in the city. 5-4 Oakland. They about hit the Sox 10-8. And Carson Smith will come on to take over. He'll be the third Red Sox pitcher tonight. He'll get 4, 5, and 6 for the A's. Carson finishing up the 6th inning of Saturday's win at Toronto. He went 2/3 of an inning. Here's the dangerous Chris Davis. He has singled, grounded out, and hit into a double play. Big power here. 42 home runs 2 years ago, 43 last year for Oakland.
Another little sneaky trade by the Oakland Athletics, swooping him right from the Milwaukee Brewers, where he had a good season young in his career, and Oakland A's said, come on over.
His father Rodney played pro ball. He was an outfielder in the minor leagues with the Dodgers.
Good bloodlines. So watch Chris Davis. Watch this front foot fly open. Carson Smith, known as a sinker baller, down and in. See his front foot fly open that way.
Tag to right, bets on his horse all the way back to the track. It sails on out of here to the bullpen. A's with their 3rd home run tonight. Davis powering that one to the pen, his 12th home run of the season.
Yeah, we just got done talking about this man's power. He showcased it right there. Opposite field home run.
So that will make it a bit tougher, 6-4.
You see this front foot fly open, keeps his hips engaged. That ball right down the middle, got a lot of the plate. Just drives it out there. Strong man.
Olsen with a ground ball right at Devers, the only man on that side of the diamond. One away. Olsen's had a good night with a home run and a single.
Yeah, and this is going over Mookie Betts' head fast. A right-hander to go that way. That's J.D. Martinez-esque. 12 home runs. 3 for Oakland tonight.
Sends up Chapman, who's gone 2 for 3, 2 singles. He's also struck out. So on a couple occasions tonight, the Sox have pulled within 1, only to see the A's hit a home run. And make it 2 again. High pop into right. Plenty of time for Mookie Betts and for Andrew Benintendi, and Benintendi will make the play. Enjoy the Fenway experience with your group this year. Red Sox group outings, perfect for entertaining clients, school outings, and more. Visit redsox.com/groups for more information. Now here in the 8th inning, 6-4 Oakland brings up Mark Canha. He's flied to right, struck out looking, and grounded to the second baseman.
We'll see coming up in the bottom of the 8th for the Red Sox. You do got Mitch Moreland on the bench. You got Brock Holt, who could possibly run. You got Jackie, who can possibly run. Christian Vasquez, your backup catcher for tonight if you have to do something with Sandy. We'll see if Alex decides to go for the bench for maybe a pinch run or even a pinch hit, possibly in the Swihart or Sandy situation.
Now the A's can be very tough. They're 19-21 at the moment. Big cut and a miss. He missed that by a mile. Right now 6 games behind Houston in the AL West. Just dropped 2 out of 3 to the Yankees and the Bronx. Houston's on the West Coast tonight at Anaheim. That'll miss downstairs, a slider. The count 2-2.
Yeah, always important to win games within your division. Red Sox coming in first place, obviously 17-8 in their division. Oakland Athletics 9-17 in their division.
Two and a soft line drive. That'll be caught by the leaping Bogaerts and retire the side, but another home run by the A's.
You serve or when you served, we stand ready to serve all military families.
Back at Fenway, bottom of the 8th inning, Sox will bring up Martinez, Bogaerts, Nunez against Petit, the right-hand reliever, on into his second inning. Sean Manaea went the first 6+, and he did give up 4 runs on 8 hits tonight, but the Sox are trailing by 2. Martinez with a high fly ball into right field deep. Canna's back, says he has it. Lunges, and the ball is out of here. That is gone. He could not make the catch. To the opposite field, Martinez again. And the Red Sox are once again within 1.
Once again within 1. There's JD swinging at pitch 1. They're still attacking him pitch 1 for some reason right there. Gets a fastball a smidge elevated, possibly thinking he's taking it because he swung at 3 previous ones. No, not JD. Right in his power slot, right center. Just enough over Canna's glove to get a home run, RBI, and 1 run closer to the lead.
Old Dominion, the official freight carrier, Major League Baseball and the Boston Red Sox. He looked like a man about to take one back, didn't he?
It was on his mind. Not enough, though.
So 6-5. Number 11 for Martinez. So strong to right. Second home run for the Red Sox in the last 2 innings. It's brought the crowd to life and brings up Xander Bogaerts. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. And looking to get hot again.
Yeah, that's back-to-back innings with home runs. 1 to left from Devers and 1 to right from JD.
Blake Trinan, the right-hander, loosening.
Both of them opposite field blasts.
One. You know, JD did it yesterday in Toronto. Up and over the bullpen. This just makes it into the bullpen. Out of the reach of Canna by inches. And a 1-2. You won't chase.
How cool was that, too? You saw JD go right to Swihart. Right to Swihart and give him a little quick scouting report. Obviously, just saw one pitch, but knowing JD studied him on tape, know what it's going to take to drive the ball. See if Swihart gets the opportunity in a few batters.
2-2. Hard hit to short. Semien will hoover that. One away. Tomorrow at 6, don't miss Red Sox first pitch presented by Joseph Abboud, available at Men's Warehouse. TC and Steve will break it all down. So one gone for Nunez. He's 1 for 3 with a base hit. 6-5 in the 8th. Red Sox keep nudging back.
Yeah, Petit known to stay away too. Sometimes Nunez can lean over and shoot it to right. This would be a good time for a little double or a knock the other way.
Hard hit to Semien again. 2 down.
They got to round it a little bit, shooting it over to right over his second baseman's head. Got to round it a little bit, attacked it too much. Hard hit though. Here comes Swihart.
Well, tough night for him. 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts, and he's hit into a double play. Bases are empty. Devers on deck. Called strike 1, a changeup away.
And Devers switching over to the left side, obviously a switch hitter. First 3 against Manaea left-handed. Petit right-handed, switches over to the left side.
Swihart hitting 143. Tags that one to right field. Canna got turned around a bit, but he'll make the play on the warning track. That one ripped by Swihart. Nothing to show for that, but it's a 6-5 game thanks to the Martinez blast.
Thursday, Dennis Eckersley joins us as Nesson kicks off a weekend of Orioles.
Summary is brought to you by Xfinity. Manaea went 6. Joyce with a solo homer. Olsen hit one as well, but the Red Sox have hit a couple. Porcello went 6, giving up 5 earned runs, 9 hits. Martinez with a blast that got into the bullpen. And the Red Sox are down by 1 as we go to the 9th inning. Brian Johnson out of the bullpen, a left-hander, and he'll get 8, 9, and 1 in their batting order, starting with Jonathan Lucroy. And the Red Sox have scuffled tonight when they have closed the gap to keep it where it is.
Yeah, so shut down innings. Sox scored in the 3rd. Oakland scored in the 4th. Sox scored in the 5th. Oakland scored in the 6th, 7th, and 8th. Back to back.
Lucroy with an RBI double. In fact, drove in 2 in the 4th inning. 2-2. Dustin Fowler on deck, and then Marcus Semien. And right now the Red Sox come to 9th inning are scheduled to have Devers, Leone, and Betts due up. Moreland is available. We'll see how that plays out for Alex Cora.
Yeah, Moreland available, probably be the first bat off the bench. And then you got Jackie and Brock Holt that could possibly pinch run.
2-2.
Four-seam fastball a little bit outside right there, going back to that pesky 3-2 count for tonight.
Payoff pitch. Wrapped to 3rd. Devers across the diamond. Number 1 here in the 9th inning. Boston Bulldogs Running Club is hosting the 3rd annual Run for Recovery 5K at Franklin Park on Sunday. It's a tribute to those who are battling or have lost their lives to addiction. You can visit bostonbulldogsrunning.org for more information. Big crowd here tonight. Beautiful night. Sox home for an extended stretch. This crowd hoping to see some fireworks come the bottom of the 9th.
That's right. 3 outs, got to cover 1 run any way possible. Anything can happen in extras, just got to get there.
Fowler with an RBI triple. In the 4th inning, his first career triple.
I guess his knee's doing all right. And that big blowout in New York on his call-up. That's tough.
Yeah, never even gotten at bat. He blew out the knee on a play in the outfield. Well, with the Yankees, here's the 0-2. Well, he thought about it, but he stayed away. Semien on deck. Fly ball into left. Routine play from Martinez. 2 down. Now, the only 1-2-3 inning by the Red Sox pitching staff so far tonight came in the very first inning.
Right out of the gate.
Rick Porcello got Semien, Joyce, and Lowry. Trouble started in the 2nd for Rick. Couple of hits. Gave up a home run in the 3rd. Gave up 3 runs in the 4th inning. Another home run in the 6th inning. So an off night for the Red Sox right-handed, but the Red Sox are trying to battle back. And they've actually been doing it throughout the night. And briefly had the lead 2-1 going to the 4th. 1-2 on Semien. Devers due up when we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Sandy Leone scheduled to hit, and so is that man.
Yeah, and they'll be going against Triton, who's the Oakland Athletics closer.
2-2, a swing and a miss. Down he goes. He struck him out. 1-2-3 inning. On we go to the bottom of the 9th. Red Sox down by 1. Triton coming in. Great price for auto, home, and life insurance.
And here's how he gets that punch out right here. Curveball on the outer half coming in at 77 miles per hour. Big loop, bouncing it right behind the plate. Swing and miss.
Bottom of the ninth, 6-5 Oakland. Devers to lead it off. Mitch Moreland is in the on-deck area. He would hit for Sandy Leon. As you can see, Trinan can really bring it. 97 miles an hour with a fastball. He's their closer. 2-1, 6 saves, 21 punch-outs in 18 1/3. And a minuscule ERA, so he's a tough one. He knocks that one down on a hard ground ball. He'll scoop it up and get him. And Devers is retired, 1 away in the ninth.
Yeah, this is that power sinker. This is like a Carson Smith, but about 7 to 8 miles per hour, a little heavier. Again, coming over to Oakland via trade from the Washington Nationals.
So Mitch Moreland announced as the pinch hitter to bat for Sandy Leon, who went 1 for 3 with a base hit and a run. Mitch .322 with 6 home runs.
And Trident's got that power sinker, which will run away from Mitch Moreland. He can lean over the plate a little bit and shoot it right towards that green monster. He'll be in good shape.
Betts on deck. Sox have homered twice. Devers and Martinez. The right-hand hitting Martinez went to right field. Lefty hitting Devers went to left.
Oh, mix up right here. See what he decides to throw.
Fouled away, 1-1.
89 miles per hour. That's his off speed. That's a slider. Some people, that's their fastball. 89 slider. That slider is going to be coming into Mitch's bat. Majority of the time he's going to be away with that sinker ball. Let's see if he goes back out with the sinker. Mitch hang out over the plate. Rifle it right at the green monster.
Moreland 0 for 3 this season as a pinch hitter and falls behind 1-2.
Backed his slider right there. He called that a backdoor slider. Majority of the time his slider is going to go to Mitch's back foot. That when he started it came in through the back door.
He belted 2 home runs on the just completed road trip. Here's the 1-2 and a high pop into left. Outgoing Semyon Joyce coming on, and Joyce will make the catch, and there are 2 gone here in the 9th inning with Mookie Betts approaching the plate. And he is the Red Sox last hope. He's gone 2 for 4 tonight with a single, a double, a stolen base, and a walk. He's hitting .364 to lead the major leagues.
Yep, you always got life. Mookie Betts coming up. Mookie the tying run right now, down 6-5. 2 outs, running out of time.
He takes a ball. Benintendi would hit next if given the opportunity. And Kimbrel firing away in the pen.
And Joe Kelly picking up the save last night, giving him a night off. So he's definitely fresh and ready to rock.
Ground ball to short. Semyon taking his time, fires a strike, and that's the ball game. Red Sox go quietly here in the 9th inning. No fireworks in this one. 6-5 the final score as the A's take game number 1 of this 3-game series. Sox now fall a half game out of first place because the Yankees were idle. That's your final, 6-5. Oakland with the win in the first game of the homestand. Back to TC.